So guys, it's a rainy day in Kuala Lumpur. Unfortunately, we wanted to go out and explore and try and find some authentic Malay cuisine. So instead, because of the rain, we're here in this Food Republic food court in the Pavilion Mall, and we are very excited to try some food. Let's go and check it out.
It is crazy busy today, and I'm saying crazy to the point where we are looking around and we cannot find a single free table. Now that being said, today is Saturday afternoon, so it might be like the main time obviously where people come to malls. It's raining outside, so a lot of people will be inside, and it's a bank holiday weekend as well, so long holiday weekend. Yeah, it's gonna be mad just trying to find a table in this mall. It's crazy.
Okay, so we made our way to a quiet little corner stall, and they were selling Nasi Lemak and satay items. Now I know those two are definitely Malay cuisine staples, so we got ourselves a nice looking plate of Nasi Lemak with some fried chicken. I believe fried chicken is ayam goreng, and it looks absolutely incredible. You've got a nice fried egg on top of that beautiful looking rice, and then you have some sort of a spicy looking red paste here. You've got some pickled vegetables, some dried fish, what looks like to be some peanuts, and then some nice thick slices of cucumber next to this beautiful fried chicken here too. So I'm basically gonna just cut in and give this a try. No idea what to expect here. First time ever trying a proper Nasi Lemak. Let's do it. I'm gonna go straight through the egg yolk and I'm gonna try the rice, I think, with some of the egg first. Let's see what it's like. It's actually delicious. Really delicious. Wow. The rice is really buttery, kind of oily, very, very deep flavor to it. Very hard to describe actually, kind of like a coconut type of a flavor, very buttery as well. I'm gonna try and have some of this red paste as well. I'm gonna mix it in with some of that rice, a little bit more of that egg as well, and I'll throw some mix sort of some extra stuff. So let's put some of this dried fish on there too, and we'll see what type of a flavor this is going to give me. Wow. Okay, there's a lot going on in my mouth right now. That red paste is spicy. The dried fish is salty, it's crunchy. That red sauce or paste is very, very heavy on the red chili. Mixed in with the Nasi Lemak, the rice, very, very, very good. Very actually high quality ingredients. Super, super tasty. And for the last little taste of this, I'm gonna try the fried chicken. It's an absolutely massive piece of fried chicken that I have here. So I'm just basically gonna pull it apart, and as you can see, it's very, very tender on the inside. The skin is always the best part a lot of times on fried chicken, but I'm sure that the chicken itself is going to be delicious here too. It looks very juicy. Oh my god. Forget about KFC, guys. This is what you want. The crispiness of the skin on that chicken. It's really tender, buttery, and juicy meat on the inside. And I'm gonna take a little bit of this rice and pair it with a bite of that chicken. Oh, This is heaven right here. This is heaven.
Now the second dish just came out. It's mee goreng mamak with some nice cucumber slices on the side, which look very, very fresh. You have a sliced lime here as well, one of the small ones. They're usually the tastiest ones. And then obviously a big meal with noodles. It looks like there's some veggies in here. This here on the side kind of looks like tofu or something like that. It looks overall very, very tasty, and just judging from the color, I want to say it's gonna be spicy because it has that dark brown reddish color. So I do assume that there's quite a bit of chili or curry paste or something like that in there. First time trying mee goreng mamak. Now I got this miniature lime, so I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit over it. Because usually when you get something like this, it means it goes well with the dish. Whoop. I was trying to avoid this whole thing with the pits, but okay.
It's alright.
It's pick them out, put them on the side maybe. 10 years later. Okay. Now, let's give this bad boy a try. Oh, it's very hot. It's actually steaming hot. Wow. I think there might be some seafood in there. This looks kind of like seafood, like
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, it smells very nice. This is very good. You taste, obviously now you taste a lot of that lime, spicy. Those are the two sort of main flavors that are activated in your mouth. You do taste a lot of vegetables, so onions, bell peppers, I want to say, lots of chilies. Wow, look at this. This looks very dangerous. I don't know. Is it gonna be a spicy chili or is it just like normal chili? It's a spicy one. And now I want to try this guy here. I do think this is tofu. Yeah, tofu. This is really good. Overall, I could eat this on a bi-daily basis, I want to say. It's very, very tasty.
Every second day.
Every second day, yeah. Very spicy. It's good.
Yeah?
I like it. Very nice.
What's your rating out of 10?
I want to say 7.5 out of 10.
7.5?
7.5, yeah.
That's a good score.
What do you rate your dish, Nasi Lemak?
For the Nasi Lemak, I'm gonna be honest, in a good way, this is unbelievably good. So, me personally, I know I'm in Asia, so I'm not in the right place as a non-rice lover, so I don't typically like rice-heavy dishes usually. But this Nasi Lemak has flipped me around immediately to loving rice dishes, just simply because there's so much going on flavor profile wise. The rice so beautiful, oily, the texture is perfect. It's not like that usual grainy, ricey type of texture that you get with a normal, like a jasmine rice or something like that. This is perfection. I love the fried egg on top. I love as well that you can sort of customize your Nasi Lemak to how your taste preference is. And for me, I would give this a nice 8.5 out of 10 as a dish. For my first time trying it, it's beautiful.
Ooh, that's quite
really,
high.
really good, yeah.
On to our next course. We found another Malaysian restaurant in the food court because it's still raining outside. And I went with the Penang Assam Laksa, which what I understand is a soupy noodly dish with a lot of fish on the inside, and as you can see it has a lot of greens, so you can see cucumber, salad, mint I want to say on the top, and then it's topped off with some really life-threatening chilies. At least they look life-threatening. They look so spicy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to digest these, but we're going to find out shortly, I want to say, if I am able to eat these chilies, because they look very, very spicy. And you also have all of the seeds on the chili, so yeah, I don't know. I want to say maybe start out with the fish. It's So there's a nice slab of fish on top of this entire dish. Oh yeah, it smells really good, very, very fresh. Oh yeah, this is nice. Now I wouldn't be able to tell you what type of a fish it is, obviously, but it is very, very good. Very juicy, sort of. It falls apart, so it's not chewy, not squeaky or anything like that. It's a very, very nice fish. And this I want to say is zucchini. Oh yeah, very fresh and nice vegetables on top, very crunchy, crispy type of vegetables, very good. Oh yeah, it's very spicy. It's very good, but also very spicy. And I don't even want to know. Let's try and try this chili, but without having a seed, maybe. Oh yeah, oh yeah. It's the type of spicy where it stopped tasting like a bell pepper, so there's no bell pepper taste left in this chili. And my lips are on fire just because I legitimately touched it for half a second. So yeah, this is gonna be a very, very spicy experience, I want to say. But the rest of it, very fresh, very crunchy, very nice. Also has a nice sourness to it. It's a spicy sour fish noodle soup. It's good.
Okay, so I have a nice plate of Char, Kway, Teow, and I am absolutely butchering that pronunciation. If I did, well, definitely let us know down in the comments how it is properly pronounced. But yeah, it's a tough one. It's definitely a mouthful for us English speakers. But very, very interesting looking dish. This dish is supposedly a very popular Malaysian street food dish. Now obviously we're not in like a street food setting right now. This is obviously a pure mall setting. So I'm interested to see how this is going to taste. We're eventually going to have to try one in a street food stall somewhere in Malaysia as well. And then we can maybe have a little bit of a comparison. But this seems to be basically a stir-fried, thick noodle, soy-based dish with a whole bunch of good stuff in there, like seafood and stuff like that. So let's give it a try. I'm gonna go straight in and try and mix it around as much as I possibly can. I can see there's some nice looking little prawns in there. You've got those thick noodles with some egg. I think I'm gonna take a prawn and some noodles, maybe some bean sprouts there too to add a little bit of texture to the bite. And let's try it out. Oh yeah. Wow. The flavor on this is something else. It's not spicy. Very, very rich. Deep taste of soy in there, like as in soya sauce. The seafood is very fresh. I have to say that I really enjoy the stir-fry taste of a lot of dishes all over Asia. I can definitely tell you guys, this is going to be a favorite of mine while we're in Malaysia. That was literally just my first bite, and it is really good. I'm a big fan of thick noodles as well, as a lot of our fans will know that have been watching us while we were in Thailand. I love the thick noodle dishes. I'm gonna give it one more bite and try and get something a little bit different on my spoon. I'm seeing that this is maybe it looks to be some type of a mushroom, and maybe a little bit of a clam in here too. A couple of different things on the fork this time. It's very, very good. You can tell that it was cooked on a very high open heat, like the stir fry. Almost has like a charcoal type of a taste to it, but it is really good. The texture of everything works together, and there's some fresh vegetables in there too, and the heat The way it works with everything in there is really amazing. And if you are not a fan of very spicy dishes, like the Assam Laksa that Naomi just tried, it is a spicy dish for sure. This is a little more mild, but the flavors are not mild at all. They are absolutely delicious, really good.
I think what makes this food court so special is that you have an assortment of different cuisines, different restaurants, different dessert types of places all around this one food court. So if I wanted to have Japanese food and Luke wanted to have Korean food and my mother wants a pizza from an Italian place and my dad wants a burger, that is possible here. So you legitimately have Korean, you have Japanese, you have Malaysian, you have Western, you have everything that you could imagine is on this one level together, crammed together into this one place, which I think makes it so popular. That is why it is so busy, because families can come here on an afternoon, everybody can have whatever they are hungry for, and everybody's happy. I think it's a good place. Okay, so the last stop of today has to be a dessert, of course, and for that we came to Nyonya Colors. Now we got an assortment of different desserts, and at the beginning we kind of knew what the taste was, and at some point we just started pointing at random things, so we are not 100% sure what all of them are. But just to give you an idea, this is lapis pandan, so coconut type of taste, lapis sesame. This here is Three Sisters sweet potato. Then we have talam, and this here is seri muka. Now these three, I have an idea what they are. The last two, no clue. We're gonna find out. All of them seem to be a little bit of a jiggly jelly type of situation, consistency here. But some of them seem to have different layers and so on. So this is gonna be very interesting. I think I'm just gonna start with one of them where I do know the taste. This is the lapis pandan. And it smells beautiful like pandan. It's one of my favorite tastes, to be honest. I'm just gonna pop this entire thing right in. Oh, just nice. It's kind of like what you would imagine, maybe a milky type of situation that was enriched with gelatin. Gelatinous matter, more or less. So I did not anticipate this at all. This is actually like a milky, creamy texture mixed with the gelatinous texture. Very nice, not too sweet. Way better than I thought, just from the looks of it, to be honest. You want to try?
Very, very, very different. Looks-wise, anyways, to a lot of desserts that we would be used to. That's for sure. Like for Naomi, she's from Germany, so in Germany it's very heavy on the bread, and then certainly totally different textures and flavors and even ingredients being used, and it's the same for me coming from Ireland. So this is definitely my first taste of lapis here in Malaysia. Very green. That's good. I love the pandan flavor. It is, as Naomi said, very, very, very good. Sort of like a staple flavor to go towards for us. Ever since we actually arrived in Southeast Asia, we have been trying different pandan flavored items. We really love the pandan pancakes back in Thailand. This, really good. Definitely very different texture than what we're typically used to. It is very gelatinous, very jelly-like. You don't really have to have much of a bite to it. You just sort of close your mouth and you go straight through it. And yeah, there's no chewing involved. It is very sweet, very, very delicious. We also got 2 beautiful cups of black coffee to wash it down with. We had to make sure that they didn't make it sweet, because a lot of the drinks in Southeast Asia, they naturally come very sweet. and it is sort of a preference, I think, of many people around here. But for us, if we're getting coffee, it needs to be black and no sugar. Cheers. It's actually really good coffee, very strong coffee. I like it.
Just looking at this one and smelling it, seeing the texture, I want to say the top is probably pandan and the bottom is sticky rice with butterfly pea. At least that's what it looks like. Oh. This is really good. I like this one a lot better than the last one. Oh yeah. This is super nice. It's like a pandan flavored sticky rice. The sticky rice is a little bit salty, so you have the sweet and the salty in there. Oh yeah, this is super good. I could eat that every day for the rest of my life. Not by daily. This is very good.
I'm gonna try the black sesame lapis now, guys. Seems to be a little bit connected to the other ones, but I always lean towards, since we've arrived, as I said, we'll lean towards pandan as like our number one, and then a number two will be something black sesame. So let's give this one a try. It's really good. Something that I have to say here is, typically whenever we're filming food-based videos in a lot of different countries, which we have done, there's always like a certain dish or a certain item that we don't really like that much. That's not really the case today, and it's definitely not the case with these desserts. Every single one has been equally, if not more delicious than the previous one that we've tried. And these are just so incredibly easy to eat as well, and very sort of enjoyable to eat. And it's actually kind of dangerous as well, because I can see myself sitting down and eating like 5 or 6 of these, and I'm sure they're pretty dense in calories. So, very dangerous, but very delicious.
I think the one that is the scariest for us is probably the sweet potato one, but just because sweet potato wouldn't necessarily be a sweet taste in Central Europe, for example, or in Ireland either. But I do assume that this here is probably a taro type of thing. Now, we had taro ice cream and taro pancakes and so on before, so I just assume that this is going to be something in that direction. Pray. I don't know, it's not sweet, it doesn't have crazy amounts of flavor, it doesn't taste potatoey.
Doesn't taste potatoey?
I don't know. It's not bad, but like, it's not a taste bomb or something like that. It's just the same kind of gelatinous consistency, a little bit milky, I want to say, and sweet. But it's not blowing me out of the water here. I'm sorry, guys.
It's not your favorite.
It's not my favorite. So as Luke was saying, we usually have one that is not necessarily the best. It's probably the sweet potato one. And this here looks like pandan. I don't know. Not pandan. Oh.
What is it?
Oh, I don't know. The white part has a very strong egg white taste, like a scrambled egg white taste. And the green part is pandan sweet, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But these two I probably wouldn't buy again. The other three were absolutely amazing. These two, I don't know, very different type of taste.
And
not
those
necessarily my gusto.
Those were the literal two that you were concerned about as well.
Yeah. Maybe sometimes I should just listen to my gut instinct and be like, okay, this is maybe not my taste. But yeah, they're not bad. It's just not necessarily my taste profile that I would prefer. Let's say it like this.
Okay guys, so that was everything that we ate today at the Pavilion food court here at the Pavilion Mall in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
And we are going to roll home in a few minutes.
100%, but it was a really fun day. And yeah, stay tuned for more Malaysian adventures.
Loads of tasty food to follow.
Yeah, 100%. My name is Luke.
My name is Naomi.
We are the two Mad Explorers.
And this is your reminder to keep exploring.
See you guys in the next epic Malaysian adventure.
Terima kasih for watching.
Terima kasih. Bye bye.
Bye bye.